about to break up with comedy at this point because welcome. Today we're going to talk about Aakash Singh's last stand-up. I'm not going to really talk about his specific jokes necessarily. I kind of want to use his special to talk about general things. I'm going to talk about like little stuff but not like his specific jokes. So when he first came out, I was like, it's them praise dancers? Then I forgot he Indian. I was like, oh, I'm sure it's called something. Maybe it's called praise dance, but I'm sure that specific dance is called something. I was like, okay, praise dance. And then they turned the lights on. I was like, oh, okay. This is something of his culture.
Louis Vuitton, no, Billy when I walk.
His outfit. I liked his outfit. Like, I really liked that jacket. The khakis I didn't love, but maybe he should have had like either black pants on or red pants on. That would have been probably cuter, but his skin looked great. He looked great. I saw stuff in the background. I was like, what is that in the background? What is that in the background? Because you couldn't tell on the camera. And then eventually later on in the special, you realized they were chairs. It's on my bucket list to attend a special, like a live taping of a special. Like I gotta attend a live taping of a special one of these days. Like that is on my bucket list of things to do. I probably would have went to this one if it was like in a different place, but yeah, I want to go to a live taping. I almost went to Aziz Ansari's live taping one time too.
Killed it, man. Crowd was crazy. It's always that wild on a Wednesday.
So I got to catch one of these live tapings like that. I feel like that's just iconic, like to be at a live taping for a special. That's on my bucket list to do. Every time somebody names a special, I'm always like the whole special wondering like what is his name for? What is his name for? But he said it pretty early. So you got why it was that name pretty early. I'm always like, why is this his name? Why is his name? Domino Effect, Ali Sadiq, that's a really good title. I'm a Grown Little Man was a good title. Is a good title too. I feel like to me, God Loves Me. Obviously, that was great. Like that, I remember that so well because he tied it all in together, and everything he was telling had to do with God Loves Me. So that was really good. So some specials get the name right, but some be like, why is his name this? Like one of Gary Owens is I Got My Associates. I'm like, what? Why? I know why it's named that, but it's just like not a good title.
I do get out. I do go apply for a job. They're gonna ask me, do I have my high school diploma? And I'm gonna be like, nah. I got my associates.
I saw the link. I was like, oh, wow, this special is long. I was like, I wonder if he's going to be doing a little crowd work mixed in. I don't mind if a special is completely crowd work. How Matt Rife did a special that was completely crowd work. But I don't like crowd work mixed in unless it makes sense. Unless something like crazy happens where you like just, it's like, I got to put this in. I got to address it. But if it's just like basic stuff, I'm like, I don't want no crowd work in my special. And if you want to do a crowd work special, that's fine because I know what I'm clicking on. But I don't really like it mixed in, per se. He kept doing weird things with his hands, which some of it was a part of the joke, but some of it was like, just felt awkward. I think Andrew did it too, Chad. Don't quote me on it, but I know what Prize Picks, obviously they like fun at the special or whatever, brought to you by, Prize Picks, and then he like stopped a couple times and did the ad. I know a lot of people gonna be like, oh no, what is this? This is tacky, this and this. But I didn't mind it. Like obviously he has to fund the special, so obviously they want an ad or two in there. And how he did it was cool, like with his mom calling and his wife calling.
You back? I'm filming the special.
Wait, did you remember to do both Prize Picks ads?
Yeah, I remember to do Prize Picks. Why does no one have faith in me?
It was cool. Like, I don't mind it. I'm like, it wasn't a big enough distraction. I'm like, what is this? Like, it was cool. It wasn't bad. I know a lot of people, when it comes to ads, they, get mad at it or whatever, but this I didn't mind. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal to me. I do not think the special need to be that long. You see, when a special is short, I'm like, why is special short? But when the special long, I was happy at first, but then when it went on, I was like, oh, it could have been cut down, a little shorter. Some of these jokes should have been trimmed. I feel like his first special he put out, I liked, like it wasn't bad. I didn't love it, but it wasn't bad. But this one, it just felt like a completely different feel. It felt like season 2 of Atlanta. Like it was like, season 2 of Atlanta was still good, but it was just so different from the first. You like, is this the same show?
I really think you'll like what I have in store. Sure.
So it just felt very different from the first one, and not necessarily in a good way. it kind of felt kind of Dave Chappelle-y. I feel like he was just kind of talking. Like, it's like he would set up the punchline. Like, I would wait for the punchline, then when the punchline came, it just wasn't, it didn't hit. Like, it wasn't like, ooh, yeah. Like, it was just like, oh, this is, it like fell flat for me. It like flatlined for me. I don't know how long, he been working on his material or how long he toured it, but I wonder, like, comedians, this is me broadening it to other people. I wonder if comedians, like, who they run, I know they do it, like, do they set, but it's like, are people close to you, people that are comedians, are you running by? But I guess if they're close to you, they probably gonna like it. I feel like when people, I always say this, when people are fans of you, and they come to your show and they laughing, it don't necessarily broaden to the masses, or it don't necessarily mean it's funny. They're just laughing because they like you. So then at the beginning, I feel like the girl at the beginning is my mood for comedy. When he was like, okay, her foot was up on the stage, she was like, oh, you just waiting for me to impress you.
You don't give a fuck about me at all, huh? That was crazy. Had her feet on the steps like impress me. That didn't impress you, yo? You just sitting here mad casual. Are you okay, miss? What's your deal? It's just terrible posture, whole body language. I'm not mad at you. It just seems like you're very unimpressed with everything that's happening right. And maybe I'm being insecure, but I really do kind of feel like this girl hates me. This is crazy. Why'd you sit up front to hate me?
I feel like that is me, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but I feel like that's my mood for comedy all the time. And I feel like lately, comedians have been just like, I don't want to say let me down or disappointed me, but something like it ain't like as good as I know it could be or think it should be. So like the last couple of specials I watched haven't been like great. I'm like, dang, is it me? I'm like getting hard to please in comedy, or is everybody just getting easier to please? I don't know which one it is. I think everybody else is getting easier to please, and comedians are going by numbers and not actual what's funny. So I don't know. And I feel like if you have a good stage presence, you kind of just go with the flow, and it don't necessarily always pan out. It might give something because, yeah, you are good at what you do, but it's not going to be the best it could be. But I was questioning if it was me, questioning me. Then I watched Comedy View, and Tony Roberts went up, and I was literally laughing out loud. I was like, oh, this not me. It ain't me, because I was laughing out loud. Okay. Now, everybody else was just cool, but his was just like hitting. I was laughing hard. I'm like, this is what comedy is. It was so pure to me. Like, he used everything, every tool he had in a bag, he used it. And I was like, yes, this is what you do. This is comedy right here. So I was like, okay, he let me know that it's still there. It just, maybe too, when people get to a certain level, it just starts not to be good because they're not as hungry. And like I said, it ain't their fault that they're not as hungry. You kind of get comfortable. I feel like back to Aakash for a minute, I feel like he was telling maybe stories that's new to him, but it was stories that I've heard before. I feel like it was experience I heard before, so it just wasn't hitting to me. And I know that's probably like I said, his first experience, and he probably didn't want to push the line too far because he was talking about his wife. Like Kevin Hart, to me, he pushed the line when talking about his wife, and it was like extremely funny.
At the point in my relationship where I'm afraid for my wife to hear me have fun. I'm trying to shut fun down. Like, when she's not around and she call me, I get mad at my friend. Shut the fuck up. Everybody, shut up. Look, put your seatbelts on. Buckle up. Put your seatbelt on. I don't know where she is. Look safe. We'll straight ahead until we figure this out. She's crazy.
But with Aakash, it was kind of just like you just dip your foot in the water. He didn't jump all the way in the pool, I didn't get nothing out of it. Like, after the special ended, I didn't go away thinking like, ooh, yeah, he made me think. Ooh, yeah, he made me laugh out loud. I just feel like all the jokes, like I said, the punchline, he set up the punchline, it just wasn't landing for me personally. And like I said, I do like Aakash. I hate when you give an opinion about somebody and people think you don't like them, or other stuff they have done have been funny. Like, favoring is good, it's funny. Like, I feel like you don't have to like everything, and you can give critiques. Like, obviously I like him, or I wouldn't click on it. I don't click on people that I don't like. So, like, I went into a hope for like, ooh, yeah, this is going to be good. Because like I said, his other one wasn't bad. So that's that. I just want people to remember that. They think just because you give a critique about something that you don't like them, or you don't like something that they do. Like, I'm not clicking on nobody I do not like. I just want to make that clear. The one joke that he had that I was like, oh, this was thought-provoking. When he was like, the pro-life, that wasn't good. You should have named it the movement pro-women. Like, which was really good and really thoughtful and really insightful. I did like that.
The term liberals came up with was pro-choice. Guys, the term pro-women was right there. But liberals were like, no, you know what people like better than women? Options.
After watching this special, it just made me think, like, has everything been done before? Has everything been said before? Have I heard everything? Have I watched too many stand-ups? Because I've been watching stand-ups since the 90s, so I'm like, have I watched too many stand-ups? Is there nothing new to me anymore? But I still, like, if you hear a joke, if you heard a similar joke, it can still be funny. Just like I said in a previous video, we watched Martin multiple times and it's still good. We watched Friday multiple times and it's still good. So you can hear a joke told from somebody else in a different way and it still be funny. So I don't think that's it. As I'm talking it out loud, that can't possibly be it, because if you hear the same thing multiple times done in a different way and it's still funny, like if it's the same topic, it can still be funny. I'm trying to be more precise in this video and have pinpoints, because I feel like I just kind of will be all over the place a little bit. But the last thing I want to talk about, and this is not specific to Aakash, this is just like, again, it made me think about comedy as a whole, specials as a whole. So, like I said, this ain't necessarily specific to him, everything in this video. So I want to talk about crowd work, when people be interacting with the crowd. I know the whole thing with Mike Epps came out, and obviously the full story is out now. If you don't know, I'll try to put a clip in, but people initially thought that Mike Epps was picking on a girl and she got mad, right? Which, that's not what happened. Like I said, I'll put the clip in what happened.
Hey, I know you're not about to my show up right here with your little ghetto ass. Y'all come and get her ass out of here right now. Security! Yeah, this don't make no sense. Ain't nobody scared of you. So what's up? Do something then. That ain't gonna do shit either. We'll whoop shit out there right there. Oh, you the one that got me a hot chocolate. Yeah, you are. No, you stop talking.
It made me think about what I have been saying in other videos, and it's that I feel like comedians and crowd work, yes, has always been a part of comedy, and it's great. Now it's obviously more popular, obviously, because of the internet and because people want to put out clips. Comedians want to put out clips, which is great. But there are some people that come to the show and want to engage, and there are also some people that come to the show and don't want to engage. And I think both need to be respected. I hate when people say, just because you want to come out to a comedy show means you want to interact with. No, I'm coming to watch a set, not coming to be a part of the set. If I want to be a comedian, I'll get on stage. If I want to be seen, I'll get on stage. Like, that's not what everybody wants. Like I said, some people want it and some people don't. So I do understand with comedians, you don't know who wants it and who doesn't. So I feel like the solution is you ask the person, hey, can I ask you a question? Or, hey, can I engage with you? Or, hey, do you want to be a part of the show? Then if they say yes, you can go for it with whatever you want to ask. And if they say no, you can just simply move on to somebody else. You're a comedian, you're good. You don't have to specifically pinpoint that person. If they don't want to be pinpointed, you can just quickly move on. Like, everybody don't want to engage. And I hate when people like, well, you come to a comedy show, this is what you get. Or, hey, you sit in the front, this is what you get. So I can't have the best seats because I don't want to engage. Like, that is honestly absolutely insanity to me. And I feel like nowadays, crowd work is getting so popular. The comedians that are going on stage and not doing sets and only talking towards the crowd. And that is annoying to me. Like, please do a set. I came to watch you do a set. Like, a lot of the people in comedy was like interacting with the crowd a little bit too much for me. Like I said, how Tony Roberts did it, boom, boom, boom. It was kind of quick. Yeah. I mean, I guess you can't ask in that setting because you are do a lot of live filming. But like at these comedy shows and all these clips, it's like, you can literally just ask. Like, it's not that hard to be like, hey, can I talk to you? Hey, can I ask you a question? Hey, do you want to be a part of the show? If they say no, simply move on. Like, people shouldn't feel pressure to feel like they have to engage you. Everybody is not an extrovert. Everybody don't want to be the center of attention. And everybody don't want to tell you all their information. So I think people need to be mindful of that. I hate when people are like, if you don't want this, you don't come to a comedy show. That is absolutely insanity to me. The comedy shows I've been to have been the comedian doing their set. Like I said, if something happened, like a health or something, of course whatever you get is whatever you get, and of course you engage. But most of the time it has been people sticking to their set, which is what I like personally. But everybody don't want that. I think everybody wishes need to be respected. So if you're a comedian, just simply ask the person. Like if they say yes, then you can ask whatever you want to ask. You be like, hey, can I ask you a question? Hey, you want to be a part of the show? I'm not trying to force people, because a lot of times when comedians ask the person a question and the person hesitates to answer or they don't answer, then the comedian get mad. They're like, hey, hello, I'm talking to you. It's like, that was a signal right there that they didn't want to engage with you, but you are forcing it. You got everybody looking at them, and now they feel like they're bullied to do it at this point, or obligated to do it. Bullied, I don't use bullied, but they're being pushed to do it, and that's annoying. So that's just my little 2 cents on that. I think we can do it differently. It's not that hard to be like, hey, can I engage with you? Or hey, can I ask you a question? It's really not difficult to just say that part, and then if not, you can quickly move on. It ain't gonna stop the show. And then obviously that clip wouldn't be put out. You can, whatever the next person you talk to, then that clip you can put out. Like, it wouldn't stop the show. The people never know that you did that, but the masses won't know that you did that. So then if you're shooting a special, they won't know that you did it either, because you added your special. So that's just all I got on that. Overall, I like Aakash. I don't know if he put out another special, I will watch it. I don't know if this made me, I just feel like I didn't get anything out of it. I feel like I didn't really laugh. Like I said, he has great stage presence. But it just could have been better. I don't know. I just feel like I just didn't laugh at all. And sometimes, when you watch a special, you don't necessarily laugh, but it's entertaining. Like Donald Rollins, I've heard the jokes he said before, and it wasn't necessarily funny. Like, I didn't necessarily laugh out loud, but it wasn't not entertaining. But this was kind of not entertaining to me personally. I feel like when you're in the crowd and you're in that moment, maybe the crowd, was entertaining because you're in that moment and you're in that environment. But watching it just didn't translate to me personally. Like I said, I like Aakash, but I'm not the type of person that if I watch something, I'm not just going to automatically like it because I like the person. Like, that's just not me. So I'm able to be objective. So there's that on that one. Next special I watch ain't good, or I don't just laugh, hysterically laugh. I'm about to break up with comedy at this point because of what is going on. I feel like I'm like comedy now. Specials, it's like the dad that you waiting to show up and he don't ever show up. Then I'm like, leave disappointed, child. Lil Rel was on Shannon Sharp, and he was saying that his last special, he basically didn't write nothing out. He just performed it, and that made so much. I love when comedians talk about their history and their story, because it be putting pieces of the puzzle together for me. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because it wasn't bad. I didn't really laugh out loud until like the mid-end, but I laughed really hard, like I was crying. So that made me say it was good, like I said, because if you made me laugh one time, which is really like not the easiest thing, like laugh out loud is cool, but to laugh, like where I can't breathe, like, oh yeah, you did that. Even if it's like an hour and you only made me laugh for 15 minutes, it's still like you still accomplished something. You accomplished the goal, really. But it made sense when he said that, because the beginning parts wasn't really good. They wasn't like bad. Like I just wasn't laughing. It wasn't not entertaining. Like Lil Rel has a funny tone, so it wasn't not bad. But when he said that, that made sense to me. I feel like when you are a comedian, you're that good. That's where I keep saying where they're getting lazy. Like, it's like, you're that good. Yeah, you could do it and you're going to deliver something. But you can deliver something so much better if you actually thought about it. If you deliver that and you didn't think about it, imagine what you could do if you thought about it. So I feel like that's kind of like, I don't want to say unfair to the people watching, but it's kind of like, you can do better than this. I've been quicker than that, like you can do better than this. Donald Rollins was on Brilliant Idiots, and he was saying that, that's why I like when comedians like explain stuff. He was saying about the length is because basically Dave Chappelle didn't want it to be that long. And then the beginning, why he did the beginning of it is because it made it longer, which makes sense. That doesn't necessarily mean it's good, and I don't think he had time to prepare his set. Dave Chappelle was like, "All right, we ready to do it." Boom. And then Dave, he said he had a lot of Corona jokes or COVID jokes, but Dave was like, "No, that's not it." But he still left in the Alabama Bar Hall, but I guess because he needed it for the length, which I guess was cool. But even with that COVID thing, I feel like Tony Roberts, I don't know when they shot Comedy View, but even when he told the COVID jokes, although it's old, I still kind of laugh. Like, you can, if you're a truly good comedian, like I'm talking about really good, and been doing it for a long time, you can kind of make stuff like that work, and it won't sound like, obviously it's dated, but it won't sound as bad, because people are still laugh, because maybe they ain't heard that take before, or maybe how you saying it is just funnier. But yeah, so I do like when comedians talk so you can understand their method behind it. Like, Dave Chappelle, that wasn't the right decision, obviously. Like, because your specials on short, so why is you making other people's specials short? That's kind of crazy. And you prepare your stuff, so you just throwing somebody to the wolves pretty much and not preparing this stuff is kind of very strange to me. Because he did that with Lunel. Lunel's was very short, and they did the thing at the beginning. 27 minutes. Why are you making a special 27 minutes, especially from a veteran? It's different if you're doing it for somebody new or like a TI or something. But why are you doing it for a vet? That's actually insanity to me. It's actually disrespectful. Yeah, I know. And then LeVar Walker, I think that's his name, LeVar Walker on Comedy View. Like, I think it was a choice for him to do. Like, he did a one bit, so he did a long setup, which is okay to do a long setup. If you only got like 5 to 10 minutes, that's okay to do a long setup, but it has to pay off in the end, and that on Comedy View, it didn't pay off. At the end, it just kind of fell flat. Tommy Davidson, he's been pretty much his whole set talk about black women, which would have been cool, but it didn't sound like it came from a good place. It sounded kind of like it came from a bad place, because I don't think he was raised by a black woman, and I don't believe his wife is black, so it felt very strange to me. I really did not like that, and I don't want to be dramatic about it, but it also wasn't funny, but also it just felt like it was like he just honestly felt angry for real. Like, it didn't feel good at all. And that was my first time actually seeing like his actual stand-up. Obviously, I've seen him in all these other movies and shows and stuff. But this is my first time actually seeing his stand-up, and that wasn't a good introduction. But then T.I. was on stage, and all he doing, like, T.I. performer, and obviously people like him, he T.I., so you just want to look at him and see him and all this other stuff. But it's like he was just on stage talking pretty much. I was like, where the jokes at, my boy? Like, where are the jokes? So, yeah, but he's starting out, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know how, he's just starting out currently. So imagine then, I don't know how long they shot it. Kevin Hart said his birthday, so it was at least a year ago. I think he had canceled, which is June, July. Child, let me put puzzles together, June, July. So if anything, it was at the very least a year ago. So yeah, he probably was really, really just starting out. So Mike Epps said, never mind. Never mind. He said something. He said, "Oh, somebody put it on the teleprompter." I'm like, "Was somebody really put it on the teleprompter, or was that a part of the joke?" Because he wasn't looking at like if there was a teleprompter, he wasn't looking at it. He was like just pacing back and forth, acting like an old man, child. Kevin Hart came on in his little short shorts. I was like, "Child, what is going on?" I feel like they put the episode out of order. I think 3 was meant to be last, because Tommy Davidson, they probably wanted to make him. They obviously shot that all in one sitting, so Tommy Davidson probably actually went last. So I think episode 3 was supposed to be episode 4, but they probably switched it around because maybe they wanted to show T.I. last. Even Kevin Hart coming out, so yeah, you can tell that 3 was supposed to be 4. That was like the end of the show, and it just felt out of order, but maybe they just wanted to make T.I. episode last or something, I don't know, but overall, the show was cool. It felt nostalgic. It was cool. Like, I'm pretty sure next season, if there's a next season, it would be better. Like, So, bye.